I had this experience this morning that you might have in the morning, which is Facebook showed me some of the things that have cropped up in my life, things that I've shared over the last number of years on this day. I saw beautiful pictures of my children from years gone by. I saw beautiful sharings with friends. I saw some really hard things. There were missiles that flew into the south of Israel years ago on this day. The attacks in France on the Jewish community and beyond within France happened on this day. I saw gun violence after gun violence after gun violence, which I've been involved with for a very long time on this day. And I watched my own emotional response to these memories, which I wasn't generating myself. In fact, they've become encoded because of the way Facebook works. My memories end up coming back to me, even against my will, because they're in my updates inbox. So here I am, thinking about all of these memories at once. Pictures of my children as they grow, my own life as it's changed, my own responses to terror, my work as an activist, sharings within my community, my daughter being in a play last year on this day, my daughter being in a play tonight, all of it coming back to me in a rush. And I remember moments over the years where, not remembering these things but going through them, I became tired. Was there ever going to be enough of a response? Was any of this going to stop, the bad things? Was the good stuff going to win in the end? And I remember feeling like there was a shortage. And that's useful to hold in mind, because here I am not feeling the shortage today, on this day, actually on this day, not in Facebook's reminding me where I've been, but in my own cheshbon hanefesh, my own accounting of my soul. Where am I? This week we read of a story where not having enough absolutely dominates the narrative. This is Parshat Toldot, where we see the twins Jacob and Esav and Esau throughout their life competing for blessing, competing for love, believing that there's a limited amount of it, so much so that when Jacob tricks their father Isaac with the help of their mother Rebekah, tricks their father into giving Esav's blessing to Jacob, Esav eventually comes into the room after Jacob has already left, finds out of the duplicity of the trick, and then says the most painful words, says, "Is there no blessing for me?" Because in that ancient worldview, and sometimes in our own, we believe there's a limited amount of love, a limited amount of energy, a limited amount of blessing. We don't know how to share. It's true about us when we're younger. It's hard to imagine that there's enough of anything, which is why it's hard to share. If you have something, I don't have enough. Not only of it, I feel like I'm living in scarcity. I don't have enough. Here's what I've learned, and I wrote it in a poem years ago, that I'll share with you for now, as a way of reclaiming this life moment, not being told where we've been, but in deciding and knowing where we are and where we dream to be, and that hakol nuchala, everything is possible. This is called enough. From the intense urgency of every screaming headline, it would seem like there isn't enough of anything to go around. Water, land, food, love. But we know that isn't true. There is enough. We have enough. We just haven't decided to share well, to truly expect goodness of each other. This world and every beating heart on its blessed face ache to be reborn, to be loved, to be shared. We have enough. We have more than enough. Water, land, food, love. Imagine making a decision based on the knowledge that you have enough. And you achieving what you were meant to achieve involves necessarily, inherently, someone else achieving what they are meant to achieve. Because your blessing and their blessing and my blessing and everyone's blessing, they're all intertwined. We are called to make decisions based on the world's needs. My needs and the world's needs shouldn't feel so different. Esav and his brother Jacob did not live in a world that told them that they could both succeed. Maybe if we learn the Torah's painful lessons well this week and take stock of our own heart's place in this moment of life, maybe knowing we have enough will remind us, inside of us, our role in making sure everyone has enough, and there'll be plenty left over.